I'm Brenda Mahoney for ACMi News. Arlington Public Schools entering a new phase for remote learning after being out of school for over 2 months now, starting off with enrichment opportunities online to setting up Google Classrooms and video recorded lessons, as well as live meet and greets, now piloting live virtual lessons. Arlington Public Schools saying they need to know what works best for this year and for potentially next. After going from optional enrichment opportunities to a weekly grid with several subjects a day for elementary students and multiple Google Classrooms for older ones, the schools are ready to pilot live video lessons for some.
I fully support this idea that we do some piloting around the synchronous learning, probably mainly at the high school, because there's a lot that we need to learn from that.
During a May 14th school committee meeting, Superintendent Kathleen Bodie recognized that younger students need more help as they rely on parents, and a live lesson with sometimes up to 25 students could be tricky as well.
I thank all the parents who are supporting this work, and I know it's a challenge, because we've heard how challenging it is when you yourself are trying to work, and you have to support your child on accessing Google Classroom, accessing the videos, accessing the Hangout. It's a full-time job for you as well. One of the things we're learning too is, do we need in some of these kind of learning environments having two teachers there, or a teacher and a paraprofessional to manage it?
School committee members said many parents are overwhelmed by the amount of homeschool, and despite recent parent forums, wondered about the people who aren't speaking up.
Some families are just able to take the resources and the schedule and the structure that you're providing and do a lot more with it than other families. I wonder about the parents who aren't reaching out to you.
So we're still trying to calibrate the amount of assignments that we have that we're going to share or give out to students. And so we're going to still work on that. That is still something that we're trying to figure out, but we are taking in that feedback. We hear what parents are saying, and so we're trying to calibrate that.
School officials said they will also survey parents on the workload as they plan for this school year and next. Committee Chair Len Cardin being sure to point out the appreciation of the work schools are doing, but stressing students and parents want more help in the form of those live lessons.
Definitely appreciate the work the administration is doing, but we are here partly as a bridge between the community and the administration, and the community is saying we need to do a little bit more synchronous work.
And one more message coming from the school committee meeting and schools themselves, ending on the note of social emotional learning, taking care of yourself, and that families ultimately get to decide what they can and cannot do.
I think one of the lessons that goes out at the middle school level even talks about redefining reasonable goals during this moment in time, because your sense of self-efficacy is paramount to your mental health and well-being. So how do you recalibrate? What is a good quarantine goal? What is a good remote learning goal? We as adults could actually learn a huge lesson from that ourselves.
Well, school officials not ready to commit to what would happen to extended school year programming that usually takes place at Pierce, but saying it would likely be virtual, and certainly not ready to discuss next school year yet. But there is other school business news as well. The Pierce Elementary School principal, Karen Hartley, is retiring. She'll be replaced by Andrew Amati, who's coming from the Waltham district. And Kristen DeFrancisco is leaving the Gibbs School to go on to Groton Dunstable and become the assistant superintendent there. She joins the former assistant superintendent of Arlington, Laura Chesson. For ACMi News, I'm Brenda Mahoney.